Hello and welcome back to another live video. Just gonna wait a little while and see who comes on. If you come on, say hi in the comments. All right, so today's live training is gonna be all about the 5 most common fat loss mistakes women make when they start trying to lose fat. And we're going to talk about the most common mistakes that I see, that I've also made in the past in my own fitness journey. And I'm going to help you, okay? I'm going to help you break free from this diet struggle, all right? So welcome to the Yo-Yo Dietist Fat Loss Secrets Facebook group. If you're new here, if you've been here for a while, you must have seen some changes. I'm Alessia. I'm the owner and founder of Body by Less and the Lean Method. I'm a certified strength and nutrition coach. I'm a certified fitness instructor. I'm a nutrition coach, life coach, and I am obsessed with helping women. That's right. That's my passion. That's what I do. That's my job. That's basically my purpose. And I'm so glad that you're tuning in today. So 5 fat loss mistakes women make. So I'm going to take you through each of the mistakes. And I'm going to give you some tips and some strategies to break away from these mistakes so you can actually start losing fat, but you're not going to get that fat back. You're not going to gain that weight back. You're actually going to keep it off, okay? So everything that I talk about is about sustainability. It's not about just quick fixes. It's about actual sustainable fat loss forever. So if you've been struggling with fat loss, if you're tired of the diet struggle, if you're tired of losing the same 10, 15, 20 pounds over and over year after year, and it getting, so much harder each and every year, this is going to be the video for you. This is going to help you. And stay till the end because I'm actually sharing something really special with you guys. So if you are interested, definitely you got to stay till the end. Drop any comments if you have any questions in regards to fat loss. If you have any queries, any concerns, just let me know in the comments below and I'd love to help you. So hello and welcome. All right, let's dive in straight into the first mistake. The first mistake, and this one is literally the biggest one by far, that is women eating like birds, okay? The famous 1,200 calorie diets. Hop onto MyFitnessPal, set up your account, boom, you want to lose weight, boom, 1,200 calories. If you have experienced this, if you have been given 1,200 calories by coaches, fitness instructors, personal trainers, nutritionists, dietitians, doctors, whatever, you are never going to lose fat on 1,200 calories. Why? Because you are a fully grown human being who cannot survive on 1,200 calories from the get-go, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you why this is a problem. So, first of all, eating so little is actually going to backfire because what happens is you think you're actually eating 1,200 calories. You might be actually eating 1,200 calories during the week. Maybe you're even eating less than 1,200 calories. This is something that I see in a lot of older women in perimenopause and menopause. They are like eating so few. Like my mom, she'll like eat sometimes 900 calories in a day. And the next day, she doesn't eat that much. She'll eat like less and then more. And it's just crazy. Now, if you're one of those people that you've been struggling and you've been on these low calorie diets and you don't see results, the reason is that you're actually not eating 1,200 calories the majority of the time. All right? Because when you eat so little, you actually you can't sustain it. So what happens is that you'll do it for 1, 2 days, maybe a week, maybe even 3 weeks if you are like super motivated and dedicated. But then eventually you're going to be so damn freaking hungry that you're going to literally binge. You're going to literally drive to the McDonald's drive-thru and binge on all the burgers, all the chicken nuggets, and all the McFlurries. And maybe you've never even eaten McDonald's. But like you'll be dreaming about food that you've never even wanted in the first place. And this is totally normal, okay? It's a normal reaction. Your body is starving for nutrients. And on 1200 calories, it's really difficult to meet your protein requirements, to get enough carbs to sustain your energy throughout the day, to get enough healthy fats. It's just really hard. So starting your diet off with 1200 calories and staying on 1200 calories for I don't know how long is not going to help you lose fat. It's actually going to cause something called metabolic adaptation. This is where you think you're in starvation mode, but you're actually just adapted to 1200 calories. Your body is smart, wants to survive. What is it going to do? It's going to try and hold on to its fat so hard, and it's going to adapt. How does it do that? It will slow down your metabolic rate. Therefore, you move less because you don't have much energy. You don't expend much energy. And then you will only be able to really see results and really see that scale drop if you go lower than 1200 calories to elicit a response. So eating like a bird is not going to sustain your fat loss efforts. So that's mistake number one, and that's at the top of the list because it's literally the most common mistakes that I see. And in my program, The Lean Method, we actually work on reversing metabolic adaptation and restoring your metabolism from all these crash diets that you have been doing all your life, on and off. And you'll notice that every single year that you try yet another diet, your body actually struggles even more. So it's actually harder each and every time you try this new diet, and your body loses fat slower and slower as you do all these new diets because you're adapting. Your body is consistently adapting and not responding anymore. So throw it out. No more 1200 calorie diets, all right? Now, mistake number 2 is doing too much cardio. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of cardio exercise that is like walking or even light jogging, swimming, cycling. I'm not talking about that kind of cardio. That's actually really good cardio. That's healthy. It makes you feel good and it releases endorphins. I'm talking about high intensity interval training. I'm talking about those workouts that have you literally on the floor, CrossFit. I'm talking about exercise classes like Body Combat, Les Mills, those boot camps, those kinds of classes. Why are they actually hindering your fat loss goals? Number one, they spike up your cortisol levels super high. Now, cortisol is a stress hormone, okay? Now, yes, we always have a cortisol release in different scenarios. It always happens in our body. It will be released at different times of the day, at different things that we're doing throughout the day. However, if it stays elevated, which it does when you're always stressing yourself out with these really high intensity workouts, it will actually prevent you from losing fat, all right? Because it creates a hormone imbalance. And the two main hormones that it affects is your hunger hormone and your satiety hormone. So leptin and ghrelin are the two main hormones that are really responsible for things like hunger and satiety. So when you've got that high cortisol level, when you're stressing your body out day after day, week after week with these cardio focused exercises and long cardio exercise classes, you're elevating your cortisol levels super high. And what does that mean? That means that it will drive up ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone. So you are super duper hungry. You could eat a horse after every single class. So, you walk over to the coffee shop or the juice bar and you order like a smoothie and you literally consume back all the calories that you've burnt. So we don't want to be doing that. So we don't want to be driving and spiking up our cortisol, and we don't want to be constantly driving up hunger levels when you want to lose fat. All right. Now, second thing, it will also reduce leptin levels. So high cortisol will cause your leptin levels, which is your satiety hormones, to decrease. Therefore, you could be stuffing your face and you're never freaking satisfied. So this is something that you really need to focus on. Do not focus on excessive cardio. Okay. So if you're a cardio bunny, it's time to switch gears. And that brings me to the third mistake. All right, third mistake. So if you're not to do cardio, what should you do instead? Well, if you're struggling to lose fat, you're probably making this mistake. The mistake is you're not strength training. So strength training, weight training, working on building strength, all right? Why are you not strength training? Maybe you're scared of getting bulky. Maybe you don't want to build muscle because you're afraid of looking like a man. Guess what? That's not going to happen, all right? So why do you have to strength train for fat loss? Now, if you're a cardio bunny, you're probably used to one of these, a watch, a Fitbit, Apple Watch, and this one tells you how many calories you burn. So when you go to your fitness class, when you're doing your cardio, it tells you how many calories you're burning. So you look and you're like, oh wow, yes, I burnt 450 calories, which by the way, they're usually wrong. So the watches actually way overestimate your calorie burn during exercise. And so you think that you are burning 450 calories. So then when you do a strength training class or you do strength training, you look at your your watch and it says you only burnt 150 calories. So you think, oh, well, it's not good. Like, I want to do the class that makes me burn the most calories. But here's the thing. Number one, they're inaccurate. Number two, we should never, and I'm saying never, okay, exercise to burn calories, all right? Whether it's cardio or strength training, we should not exercise to burn calories. So how do we burn calories? We burn calories through movement, all right? Being active. We burn fat and calories and energy through our nutrition, making sure that we're eating enough in the right amounts. But exercise is not for burning calories because it's so small. It's literally like 5% of your metabolic capacity. You only burn like maximum like 250 calories in an hour of exercise. Maybe if you're an athlete, you might burn a little bit more if you're like training more than an hour or maybe 2 hours. So really, you're not burning that much. So why do we strength train? What's the point? Building muscle, all right? So when you think that you want to look toned actually means building muscle, all right? That's what it is, okay? There's no such thing as toned muscle, but I get where you're coming from. I get what you're saying when you say you want to look toned. You want to get rid of body fat and have nice curves and nice shape to your body. That is about building muscle. So why should we build muscle for fat loss? Because muscle is metabolically active, all right? It actually burns energy at rest. So when you're sitting like this, just doing nothing, the more muscle you have, the more muscle and lean muscle mass you have on your body, the more you burn calories at rest, the more you have more energy burn. All right, that means you can eat more. That means that you are burning more throughout the day just by having more muscle. All right. So when you look at, these women who are like eating 2,000 calories, 2,500, and you're like, how the heck can they eat that much and not gain weight? Usually it's because they have muscle mass, all right? They have a lot more muscle mass versus fat. Whereas fat is actually a hormone. It's an endocrine disruptor, meaning it disrupts your hormones. And the more fat you have, the less energy you burn. And so that is why it's so crucial for fat loss to get that body that you really want to build muscle. All right. So building muscle is absolutely crucial in your fat loss journey. So if you're not strength training, you have to start yesterday. All right. If you don't have a strength training program to follow, if you have no idea what to do, send me a message. Let's chat. I can help you with that. All right. Mistake number 4. Mistake number 4 is cutting out carbs. All right. I made a post today on my Instagram. If you're not following me there, definitely go and follow me, AlessiaD_coaching. So cutting carbs. This is a very common one. The majority of women who I see who don't eat carbs, who are on keto or do some form of low carb diet, number one, don't have much muscle mass. Generally, they're skinny fat. Or number two, they're constantly binging on carbs. Why? Because carbs are actually our preferred fuel source, okay? That means our body, this is what they, like, our body wants carbs first as an energy source, all right? Number two, carbs are basically carbs are what gonna fuel your workouts, all right? If you are not eating carbs, you don't have the energy to actually strength train, to build muscle. You don't have the energy to do that, all right? Because literally carbs are life. Carbs are energy. And number three, carbs are one of the three main macros, meaning carbs, fats, and proteins are three major macros that you absolutely need to have in your diet. That means that you should not be cutting out any of those three macronutrients. So keto, low carb, may work for some people, all right? It works well with women who have insulin resistance, PCOS, or blood sugar imbalances, diabetes. Some women works really well, and that doesn't mean that I'm saying no carbs. I'm saying lower carbs. But for the majority of women who want to lose fat, why would you cut out carbs? Why? It just makes no sense, especially when you're going to go binge on carbs. So let's say you're on keto for the entire week, all right? You stuck to your meat and vegetables, great. And then come the weekend, you've been invited to dinner and there's carbs and you're like, oh God, I really want that. Or you go to a birthday party and you have to eat cake. Really fancy a slice of cake, right? Or perhaps you just want a piece of fucking bread because bread is amazing, okay? Why would you give up these amazing foods when you can fit them into your program, fit them in and make them work? And they're healthy, they're not bad for you, all right? Carbs are life. Please, please stop fearing carbohydrates. And by the way, just a little caveat here. Carbs have 4 calories per gram, just like protein. So for every gram of carbohydrates, you get 4 calories. Fats, 9 calories. Just think about that. The next time you think that it's the carbs, maybe you should be looking at the fats, all right? Generally what happens is that when you look at a donut, you think that it's carbs and sugar, but in that donut, there's much more fat than carbs. Butter, oil. So think about that. Stop fearing carbs. All right, we're gonna move on to the last mistake, okay? The 5th most common mistake, that is searching for quick fixes. All right, this is something that I see a lot, and you know what? I was guilty of it, and I was guilty of all of these, by the way. But quick fixes. We live in a world where everything is quick. Everything is like, I want it yesterday, you know? You can order food online, you can order clothes and it's at your doorstep the next day, you can order from Deliveroo, you can, you know, click of a button and have hundreds of movies at your fingertips, and you can binge on Netflix, you can binge a whole season of like 30, 40 episodes in one night if you want to. It's this quick fix mentality that's actually hurting your fat loss goals, okay? Why? Because what happens is when you're constantly looking for that next fad diet, the next magic diet, next magic potion, next program, whatever, you're on it for a few weeks, you don't see results happening fast enough, you quit, you go back to your old habits. Then the cycle repeats. And you're stuck on this merry-go-round and you can't seem to get off. And this is where I, speak to clients and women who are losing and gaining the same weight over and over and over again, year after year after year. I'm talking to women who are struggling for years, 10, 15, 20 years. Guys, this is insane. All right. My mission, okay, is to make fat loss simple, because it is. When I say fat loss, I'm not talking about weight loss. I'm talking about fat loss. All right. Two different things. Weight loss is just you against gravity. All right, so you hopping on a scale and the scale telling you how much you weigh, and it's not telling you how much fat you have on your body. It's just telling you how much water, how much your hormones are shifting. Maybe you haven't even pooped in a few days. Like, it's too many variables, the scale, okay? That's why I say break the shackles to the scale, because the scale doesn't tell you the whole picture. Whereas fat loss is what we want. We want to lose fat, okay? We want to get rid of this endocrine disruptor in our body. We want to reveal toned, strong physiques. We want that, right? That is what we're looking for. We want to look good naked. That is what most people want, okay? You want to feel confident to sleep with your husband. You want to go to the store and you want to like fit into the nice dress, because who doesn't, okay? And you don't want to wake up feeling tired and broken and you're not confident in who you are, okay? I know that. So stop the fads, okay? Get off that roller coaster. Step off that wagon that you're constantly, I feel like sometimes it's so hard for me to, I don't know. I get frustrated because I see women making the same mistakes over and over and over again, despite knowing better, okay? Sometimes you know better, but you just want it today. You just want it fast. It's taken you 20 years to gain 20 kilos. It's not going to take you 3 months, okay? It's not going to take you 6 months. It might not even take you a year. It might take you longer. But time's going to pass anyway, so you might as well be doing it the right way. All right? So let's quickly recap those 5 mistakes, okay? And tell me in the comments which one you've made, which ones you're making now maybe, and let's talk, all right? Let me help you through this. So number 1 was not eating like a bird, okay? No more 1,200 calorie diets, no more under eating, creating metabolic adaptations. And if this is something that you're struggling with right now, you're stuck on 1,200, every time you eat a little bit more, you're gaining weight, and then you try and drop it again and you're not losing, hit me up, send me a DM. I'm gonna help you through this. This requires you to restore your metabolism, okay? Mistake number 2 is doing too much cardio, okay? No more hits, no more crazy workouts that, you know, have you literally on the floor in a pool of sweat, okay? They're fun, but they're not good for you, okay? You can do them once in a while, but this should not be your main training program. Number 3 is not strength training, okay? Let's get you on a strength training program. You need to be following a periodized strength training program that helps you get stronger and helps you build muscle. That means more fat burn, okay? Number 4, cutting carbs. No more cutting carbs. We're not fearing carbs anymore, okay? This is not one of those like, when was it like, which year was it? Like the 90s. We were fearing carbs like in the freaking 90s. No, that was fat. We were fearing fat in the 90s. The early 2000s, mid 2000s, that's when we were all like low carb crazy. And then now it's freaking keto. It's like, please stop it. Like, this shit needs to stop, okay? Keto is not bad, but it's not gonna work, okay, for long-term sustainable fat loss. And finally, the 5th mistake is quitting the fads. That's right, no more fads. You're gonna strap yourself in for the long haul. You're gonna prepare yourself to be patient. You're not gonna be distracted by all the shiny new things, all the shiny new diets. You're gonna trust the process. You're gonna be patient with yourself. You're gonna be consistent, because consistency is the mother of all success. And those are the 5 top common mistakes that women make when they are on their fat loss journey. Don't make them. Seriously, that's why I'm doing this live stream, because I don't want you to keep making these mistakes. All right, so if you're still watching, thank you for sitting till the end. I appreciate it. Now, here's what I'm offering you for showing up live. I'm showing you that you can do this, okay? I'm giving you the opportunity to hop on to a free Kickstarter coaching call with me. That means that we're gonna sit and we're gonna talk. Okay, no sales. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you need to join my the Lean Method program. But what I am going to do is I'm going to show you exactly where you're going wrong with your fat loss journey. So whether you are stuck in metabolic adaptation and you need to restore your metabolism, whether you are maybe not strength training or you're afraid of strength training, maybe you are doing something wrong that's causing an issue. Maybe you are struggling with PCOS, thyroid, I'm here to help you. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link in the comments, all right, for booking this call. Now, please, this is free, okay? So I really want you to take advantage of this, okay? Because I don't do this very often. I don't open my calendar for the majority of the month because I'm super busy, but here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna open up my calendar. We're gonna just hop on, no questions asked. I'm gonna help you, all right? So I'm gonna drop the link in the comments just as I leave this video, and you can go on there and you can book your time. All right, so if you have struggled, it's time to stop struggling. I hope you found this live training helpful, and I'm going to be going live every single week. I'm going to be changing the day. Today was a little bit of a change in schedule, but I'm going to be going live every Monday, okay? Every Monday. So tune in. I'm going to be sharing with you guys so much more valuable strategies and ways that you can actually make progress in your fat loss journey and in your health and fitness journey. So tune in, invite your friends, okay? If you feel like you've got friends who could use this support, could use a community of women who are all in this together, invite them, all right? The more the merrier. I'm Alessia, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.